I'm going to get back to that in a second, New York. What's going on? So, over the past week, or a couple days, I should say, KwameBrown, right? KwameBrown and a radio personality has been having, some exchanges. So, I believe KwameBrown is a former NBA player, and I don't know how him and the radio personality, I don't even know how that exchange started to happen, but I know there was a lot of tension with KwameBrown all week. He was being very opinionated, and somewhere him and this radio personality, they had words, or they clashed. So KwameBrown has brought up a situation that has been going on for a while now, I believe. And just to say, I'm going to be we're going to be so fair, we're going to be very fair today, because I'm going to discuss this. I'm going to play some music. I'm going to discuss this. What I'm going to be fair about is, I think KwameBrown was being a little aggressive, and his energy was, I gotta be honest, maybe coming off a little hateful. I don't want to, I want to take hate out of the situation today, because any radio personality that has a strong opinion is going to receive hate. And I want to remove that today, because that's not what this is about. So, I'm going to play some music, but I'm also going to play some audio in a little while. And there's some audio of Jessica Reed, right? So New York City, Jessica Reed is a young lady that she had a situation, and she had this radio personality arrested. And this is a while ago, but this is what Kwame has brought up. KwameBrown has brought up this situation of this radio personality that got arrested a while back, and I believe, I want to get this right, I believe it was for willfully, unlawfully, feloniously engaging in penile and vaginal intercourse with a 15-year-old female child. I think that I don't want to say I think. That's according to, I think it's Black Sports Online, that's what he got arrested for, but he pleaded guilty to contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Okay, that's what he ended up pleading guilty to. Now, I want to keep this super neutral for a second. That's the situation, and those are facts, and we're going to give facts. And this isn't up to me to decide today. I'm going to play some audio in a little while that I want you guys to decide on how you feel about the audio. And then I'm going to give my opinion, which is just my opinion, at the end of the audio. So, I believe Jessica Reed did an interview with Star from Star and Buck Wild. So I'm going to play that audio in a second, not right now. And then, so you gather people near this operation, because I'm going to play some audio that you've never heard before. I just want to see how you guys look at it. I want your opinion, and I'll give my opinion. So, Jessica Reed had an interview with Star from Star and Buck Wild. And I think what moved me to bring this to the forefront today, because that interview is actually old. Someone sent me, audio and footage of Jessica Reed's mom, and her name is Jocelyn Sullivan. And I believe Jessica Reed is originally from Brooklyn, and she moved out to South Carolina. And we're going to be fair because, it's important to be fair. For some reason, I'm not going to lie to you, I think the mom touched something inside of me that kind of didn't make me feel good about staying home and not talking about it. But I am going to talk about it, and I am going to play the audio. And I want to say something to New York. I consider this radio personality he's on my side of the fence. When I say my side of the fence, comes from what I come from, and kind of does what I do. So, you know, I just felt it was something that needs to be talked about. And I didn't think it was something I just wanted to just blurt out my opinion. I'm going to play the audio in a little while, and you guys decide. And you can let people know and situate them. I'm going to play some audio. I'm going to come back with the audio from Jessica Reed, and she did an interview with Star, and then I'm going to play the audio of her mom, and then we'll take it from there. 1-800-223-9797 at Funk Flex. KwameBrown put a light, man, but ooh. Okay, so let's play some music and we'll get to it. Let's go. Hot 97. Oh! It's Hot 97, Funk Flex. So like I told you, I guess this subject has surfaced again because of KwameBrown, who was being aggressive. And I must tell you, New York, somebody should give this guy KwameBrown a podcast. He should dial this down a little bit because he was definitely super aggressive. And I think people were really, I think they were really going at him, but he seemed to have defended himself pretty well. So through KwameBrown, the situation with this radio personality has surfaced to the top again. And like I told you, it's something I knew about before. I never really, or I should say, I didn't know of the mother's statement in audio and video. But what I'm going to play for you, and like I told you, we keep an open minds here. I will play the audio, and then we'll see, you know, we'll give our opinions. So first, this is, let me make sure I got this right. This is Jessica Reed when she was being interviewed by Star from Star and Buck Wild. Okay.
Listen, I don't want that man's money.
Okay, sorry, I started in the wrong. Let me start from the top. Okay, let's go.
Listen, I don't want that man's money. I don't want nothing from him. I just want people to know who he really is. He's a liar. I have been dealing with this for over 15 years. My life has never been the same since that night. My relationships with my family and my friends have suffered because of it. Mentally, I suffer. Emotionally, I suffer. So I don't want nothing from him. I don't want to speak to him, and I don't want to seem angry, but there is still a part of me that's upset because he took something from me. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even like him like that. And when I first met him, he expressed that he liked me in that way. But I told him, you know, no, we could just be friends. And that was that. Those were not the dynamics of our relationship. We were just friends. Me, and I trusted him. And when I got there, I felt a little uneasy because there was just so many people there that I didn't know. It was really more guys than girls. It was me, Malika, and maybe...
He made Malika a drink? Did he make a drink for you as well?
He made both of us a drink, yes. So I put my drink down about maybe 10-15 minutes after trying to help her and clean her up. I got up because I just wasn't feeling right. My head was just dizzy, and I just felt funny. I could see and I could hear, but I just didn't feel like myself.
Right.
So I got up, and when I got up, it's like I collapsed to the floor. Like I couldn't really move my legs or anything. It was weird.
Okay.
So
Okay, so took a plea with regards to this case, and it's behind him. You spoke about being on top of you. Is that your official statement, that was on top of you, penetrating you?
Yeah.
So that was Jessica Reed and being interviewed by Star, and you know, that part I knew and heard, and I think the mom's testimony maybe felt maybe it was a reason to bring it to light, and I'm going to play that. I'm going to play the mom's testimony. Or I don't want, those are wrong words. I'm going to play what her mom feels about the situation. I don't want to lead people in any type of a wrong direction. I'm going to play, her mother's name is Jocelyn Sullivan, and this is what her mom had to say.
My name is Jocelyn Sullivan, and I am the mother of Jessica Nicole Reed. We're out here in Mounts Corner, just left the Berkeley County Sheriff's Department, speaking with detectives. The case of my daughter, Jessica Reed. I have regrets in which I am very sorry about, because when my daughter was drugged and raped, I wanted to do nothing but protect her. I didn't want her to suffer anymore. I didn't want her to feel that pain anymore. And so I did not let her testify. And because of that, today we are finding out that Mr. is going to get away with what he did to my daughter, Jessica, and this family. For all these years, we've been suffering, going through pain and anguish over his decisions. Molest my daughter, rape her. And now she has to deal with this, and we have to deal with this. And I'm so sorry that I didn't take the initiative then to persecute him for what he did to my daughter. I'm sorry. He came to our home and he acted as if he was going to be a friend to us. He came to us and said, "Don't worry, nothing's going to happen to her, and I'll make sure that she'll be safe." He eluded us to believe and trust in him. And then he turns around and violates my daughter by raping and drugging her. And then he gets away with it. When I made the decision not for my daughter to testify, I was focused on her well-being. And I wanted the best for her. I didn't want to put her in the stand to relive all of that pain and suffering. And now, 17 years later, because he continues to make mockery about it, joke and laugh about it, like it doesn't even matter to him, or he has no regrets or anything. Then he tries to cover it up with his money and his high-class attorneys. And now he's not going to be punished for it. Justice is not fair, and we will not stop fighting. We will fight for justice and closure for my daughter Jessica and this family. According to the detectives, because he negotiated a plea deal, he cannot be prosecuted for the rape charge. So what they did was just dismiss it. They didn't even prosecute the rape charge because my daughter wasn't there. And so they let him plead. DNA did not clear him innocent. DNA has nothing to do with it at all. He's guilty no matter what anyone says. 17 years later, she's still suffering from it. We're still suffering with her from it. And justice needs to be served regardless. He deserves to be punished for what he did.
So, So prior to this New York, I played Jessica Reed's interview with Star, and that was what we just played was Jessica Reed's mom, Jocelyn Sullivan. Now, you can watch all the things online, or and come to your own conclusion. So New York City, I'm gonna take time right now and give my opinion. In listening to that mother's vocal and audio, you, Mr. Radio Personality, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you didn't know anyone. I don't believe you. But what I am going to say is, New York, Jersey, Connecticut,